It's almost impossible to measure the impact of Charles Hudson's life on the LaGrange College campus. Charles was always thinking about the college. He was proud of the college and proud of his town.
He became a trustee in '61, and he was made chairman of the Building and Grounds Committee in '64, and that's when we started really doing a lot of things on campus.
He wanted to see the campus grow. He was largely responsible for the LaGrange College getting the Callaway campus, I think. That was his idea.
He announced the gift of the Callaway campus to the college, which was a wonderful, great gift. But as we sat in the room and had a little bit of a pause, the question was raised, well, we really can't afford to receive that gift because we don't have the money to operate it. And he said, well, it's our intent to provide the money to operate it as well. And they did for a number of years.
He transformed the college. A theater was built. The chapel and the art building, indoor and outdoor swimming pool. And named it for Charles.
Candler and Hawkins residence halls were built during his tenure on the board. We did significant renovations to the other residence halls.
His daddy had been roommates at Auburn with the architect that did the Callaway Auditorium. And interestingly enough, Mr. Hudson was roommates with Louis Scarborough, who did several of the buildings here on campus, including Price and Lamar Dodd.
We established Millennial Park in his honor in recognition of the new millennium. We embarked on, with his blessing and encouragement, a fundraising effort to build a new library for the college.
But perhaps more importantly than the physical attributes that the campus developed under Charles's board membership, about 40 years of it, were the relationships that Charles helped us build.
He was respected statewide. He served on a number of boards. He was appointed by several governors. It didn't make any difference who the governor was. The governor always wanted the support of Charles Hudson. In 1960, he was very involved in that campaign for the election of John F. Kennedy. And I never knew this, but Charles told me that when President Kennedy was tragically assassinated on November 22nd of 1963, that he and Congressman Flint and Judge Morgan went up to Washington, went to the White House, and paid a call on Mrs. Kennedy. I mean, how many people do you know that would have had the connections and really the knowledge of the president and his family to go up to the White House and make a call at that time?
When I first met Charles Hudson, after it was announced I was going to become president, we met at a little restaurant downtown that was in the hardware store that his family owned. And he enjoyed telling me about the history of the town. He enjoyed telling me about the history of that place. But about halfway through the meal, he got his wallet out of his pocket and pulled out of that wallet a little card. And on that card, he had a number of interesting facts about LaGrange College, about when it was founded, about what existed and what did not exist at the time. He was most proud of the ending of that statement of facts, where it said there was no Atlanta.
Well, he was, through the foundation, active at both places, certainly here at the college, but also at West Georgia Medical Center.
Dr. Hudson was involved in bringing the idea of a nursing program to fruition. He was instrumental in supporting the program when it began in 1973, and then he also was very much involved in the development of the SIM scholarship. It was a real pleasure for Dr. Hudson to tell us about 3 years ago that the scholarship had presented over $10 million worth of awards to nurses.
I used to kid him about this because he was a diehard Auburn fan and a Baptist. And here he was supporting a great Methodist affiliated institution which did not have a football team at the time. So Charles, though, was the #1 proponent and cheerleader for this great college. As you probably know, not only did he serve on the board for a number of years and as its chair, but he also briefly served as president.
When he was asked to become interim president, he came straight back to his office and picked up the phone to Walter Murphy, who was down at Andrew College at the time, and said, "I do not want you to leave your phone. I need to know exactly where you are at every moment of every day, because you are going to be president of LaGrange College."
When Charles stepped down from the role, the faculty voted unanimously to award him an honorary doctorate from the school. And so one of the 3 honorary doctorates he received in life came from LaGrange College in his time as president there.
Well, he had a lot of influence. There's no question about that. He was very connected, and people respected his opinion.
While he brought financial resources to the table through the Callaway Foundation, at the same time, he wanted your money too. And he got it because he always stepped up, not only with funds of the foundation, but his own personal funds, his own personal commitment. And when you saw how dedicated Charles was, and he was willing to step up, then you were willing to step up behind him.
Everybody who lived in this time era will realize what a big debt it owes to Charles Hudson.
If you tried to take away everything on this campus that Charles Hudson had touched, there would be precious little left. From the place itself, buildings on the campus, to the people that work here, to the processes that we have in place, the way we do business and the way we think about educating students at this place, Charles Hudson's influence will last forever.